What's up, you guys? It's your girl Skylar and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, also leave your comments. Today's video is all about my 21-day fast that I did at the beginning of this year. So this video, it's just gonna be like a little Q&A. Like, I've got a couple questions from my DMs on Instagram and a couple of friends and people around me who just had so many questions about fasting. Here I am answering all the questions in this video. In January, I completed my first ever fast and I am so proud of myself. Pat myself on the back because baby, I am proud of that. So from January 4th to January 24th, I did the Daniel fast with Transformation Church. Everybody already knows who Transformation Church is. But every year they do this 21 days of prayer and fasting. And so for the past couple of years, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. The first year I said I was gonna do it and I didn't do it. The second year, last year I actually tried, but I just couldn't. It just something about no food in my brain. It just wasn't clicking. And so this year I finally decided to give it a real shot, give it a real try, and just actually try fasting for the first time in my life. To fast means to abstain from all or some types of food or drink, especially for a religious purpose. It's also supposed to be coupled or put together with prayer. So a lot of times you'll hear people say prayer and fasting, because the whole purpose of fasting is to give up something that we rely on within the flesh and turn to Jesus in that moment, or turn to God in that moment. And that's where the prayer comes in, turning to God. There are many different types of fasting. You can do biblical fast, like the Daniel fast, which are fasts that are actually in the Bible, or characters of the Bible actually did them. And then you have things like the water fast, which is no water. You have a 24-hour fast, which is no food for 24 hours. You have a social media fast, which is, fasting from social media from a certain period of time. You can fast from anything. And I think that's the good thing about fasting, that it's not always just limited to food, but you can fast from other things that you feel take precedence or preference over God. You can also fast for different amounts of days. So like I said, you can do a 24-hour fast. You can do a 7-day fast, a 10-day fast, a 14-day fast, 21-day fast, 30-day fast. You fast for however long God tells you to fast. I did the Daniel fast, and the Daniel fast is a 21-day fast where it's no meats, no sugars, no processed foods, and no like carbonated, also no dairy. The only thing that you can eat oats, grains, certain grains that aren't processed. You can drink only water, fruits, vegetables. I think that's it. Oh my gosh, just a limited diet. The Daniel fast, it is actually a biblical fast, so it was a fast that an actual character from the Bible did, and you can find it in Daniel chapter 1 verse 11 through 21, and then he also fasted again in Daniel chapter 10, I think it's verses 2 and 3. But Matthew chapter 6, it kind of lays out how to fast and shows you what you should do when you're fasting, what not to do when you're fasting, and things like that. I chose to fast for two main reasons. So the first main reason I chose to fast was for spiritual maturity. I feel like I was in a place in my life where I was becoming spiritually stagnant. I'm pretty new on my journey, my own personal journey with Christ. And I felt like I had come to a place where I was stagnant and I needed to do something in order to further my maturity or further my relationship with God. I was watching Transformation Church, every Sunday, and he was repeatedly talking about the fast that was coming up, multiple Sundays, like months and months in advance. And at the beginning, I just brushed it off like, that ain't for me. I'm not giving up food. I'm not giving up meat. As the time came closer for the fast to actually start, I just kept feeling God telling me, okay, fast, fast, fast. Literally, I didn't decide to fast until the day before the fast was supposed to start. So the fast started on January 4th. I didn't decide to fast until January 3rd. The second reason that I decided to fast was because I needed clarification on a specific situation. I needed clarification on a relationship or a situation with a certain person. And I remember it was literally like the Sunday that the fast started. So that night I was like, yeah, I'm a fast. But you know, I wasn't really serious. I didn't tell anybody. I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna fast. But I remember the day that the fast was supposed to start, Michael Todd's mom preached the sermon. I was watching Transformation Church and his mom preached the sermon, and she was talking about answered prayers. And she was her whole message was like, maybe your prayers aren't being answered because you haven't fasted. And I remember thinking to myself, I've been praying about this situation and this person for months and months and months, and I just never felt like I got the answer, or I never felt like I heard God saying the answer. And I was like, maybe I'm not hearing the answer because I haven't fasted. And I was like, yeah, I gotta fast. So I'm just gonna see if fasting is what it takes to get this answer. And I was like, yeah, I've gotta fast. I've gotta fast. The hardest thing about fasting, or my fast, was the fact that, and I said it multiple times in the video, if you watch the video, I literally said it every clip, I do not like vegetables. I'm not a vegetable person. I don't eat vegetables, okay? I eat very select few eat vegetables, and if we're getting honest, they're really the vegetables that really aren't really that healthy when you prepare them, like fried okra and like green beans, but with all the, you know, yeah, it's really not even healthy at the end. But I do not eat vegetables. And the hardest thing for me was finding meals that would sustain me enough to where I wouldn't die from starvation. The second hardest thing about fasting was being consistent on a daily basis. When you're fasting, you know, it's coupled with prayer. And it is extremely hard. I don't care who tells you it's easy. It's not. It is extremely hard to remember to pray on a daily basis, to journal and to write down your prayers, and to write down how you felt on day 1, how you felt on day 2, day 3, day 4, so forth and so on. It's extremely hard, especially when you're busy, when you're working, when you're taking care of kids. I'm in school. I have schoolwork. I work. I have, you know, to go to work. I have homework. It's a lot, and it can be really easy to forget. The easiest thing about fasting, nothing about fasting is easy. And in my personal opinion, fasting should not be easy, because if it's easy, that means you're too comfortable, and if you're comfortable, that means you're not relying on God. That means you're still relying on yourself, and that defeats the whole purpose of fasting. The whole purpose of fasting is to rely on God. As of right now, I do not have any plans on fasting in the near future. However, if God tells me to fast, I will fast. One thing that I gained from fasting, I went into this looking for clarity on relationships, and let me tell you, I got that clarity. I got that clarity loud and clear, baby. Clarity got. Clarity received. God really spoke to me that person was not meant to be in my life. I also feel like I gained spiritual maturity because this whole thing forced me to be consistent, and that was one thing that I was lacking in my current relationship, or in the state that I was when I started fasting. Consistency in Christ, consistently getting into his word, consistently praying, consistently journaling. And so I am grateful for the fast. I ain't never said that before. Fasting is not a diet or a way to lose weight. That's not the purpose of fasting. And if you're trying to fast for that purpose, I just ask that you reevaluate yourself and reevaluate why you're actually doing it, because that's not the purpose of fasting. The purpose of fasting, and I just cannot stress this enough, is to get closer to God, is to recognize your dependency on Jesus Christ and what he provides to you and how much we need him. It's not for personal gain. It's not for personal achievement necessarily. Yes, you can be proud of yourself when you're done. I am very proud of myself for completing the fast. But while I was fasting, it wasn't for personal gain. It wasn't for me. It was for me in the sense that I had to realize or understand my dependency on God and my need for God greater than my need for myself or anything else material. That is all that I have for you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, please comment. I love comments, and also check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. I will see y'all later. Bye.